Good evening. This is Wednesday, August 6th, 90 days until the 2008 presidential election. As metaphors go, Senator McCain just got a flat. After nearly a week, which he, his surrogates, and the RNC spent mocking Obama for suggesting, in response to a question, tire inflation is a way to improve mileage and save lots of gas, Senator McCain has come out and endorsed tire inflation is a way to improve mileage and save lots of gas. Our fifth story on the countdown, Senator McCain spinning his wheels. Another apt metaphor. The great inflation debate of 2008, now officially the McCain tire rotation. Having already handed out tire gauges with the words Obama's energy plan to the McCain traveling media corps last night, the Republican National Committee arranged to send the same gift to the reporters who cover Senator Obama. Small problem last night also when, at a so-called teletown hall meeting in West Virginia, Senator McCain said that inflating your tires was the right thing to do.
I agree with the American Automobile Association. We should all inflate our tires. And I think that the American Automobile Association is right, as well as others are. But the fact is that doesn't serve as a plan for us to become independent on foreign oil.
Phrase it another way, and Senator McCain does not disagree with Senator Obama.
Could I mention that Senator Obama a couple of days ago said that we ought to all inflate our tires, and I don't disagree with that. The American Automobile Association strongly recommends it, but I also don't think that that's a way to become energy independent.
Even though data from the Bush administration's highway department suggested proper tire inflation and engine tuning could save 800,000 barrels of gas a day, but new drilling could only start producing 1.2 million barrels of gas a day in about a decade from now. Perhaps the McCain tire rotation explaining why knockoff Obama energy plan tire gauges are down to only $10 on eBay. The McCain campaign asking a $25 donation for them from anybody else. A reminder that similar pencil-style models, inscription-free, still available on Amazon.com for 89 cents. That's a 2,700% markup. Today in Indiana, Senator Obama explaining how great an energy debate would be without Senator Obama in it.
They've been going around sending tire gauges to reporters saying Barack Obama's energy plan. Well, that sounded clever, except last night after all that, Senator McCain actually said he agreed that keeping our tires inflated was a good idea. Which makes sense because it turns out NASCAR, which knows something about tires, apparently said the same thing. So did the AAA. And so in the coming days, it's going to be interesting to watch this debate between John McCain and John McCain.
Senator Obama saying he'd prefer to actually participate in a debate about why Washington is broken because Senator McCain's energy plan reads like an early Christmas list for oil and gas lobbyists. The Democratic National Committee helping that Democrat with that new attack ad today, launching an Exxon McCain 08 campaign complete with buttons, yard signs, and bumper stickers. Speaking of bumper stickers, a blogger in South Florida spotting a strange decoration on the rear bumper of Senator McCain's campaign bus in the parking lot of the Embassy Suites Hotel in Boca Raton, Florida. The photos he took a little fuzzy, but the logo is not fuzzy enough for the McCain campaign, Obama 08. I wonder if anybody checked to see if all the tires on the bus were properly inflated. Time now to call in our own Eugene Robinson, also associate editor and columnist at the Washington Post. Gene, good evening.
Good to see you, Q.
So even Senator McCain's campaign bus has taken something from the Obama campaign?
I guess you just have to say that the air went out of this whole controversy, Keith. Right. I think that's what happened. I'm sorry. No, it was silly to begin with, and maybe we're done with it. It clearly wasn't working for McCain anymore, and so they've decided to declare a victory and get out, I guess, of this mini battle.
But on the other hand, the famous phrasing from Aaron Sorkin during the West Wing was a presidential candidate should, if only because it's the easiest thing to remember, tell the truth. The RNC clearly had not abandoned its plan to hand out more of these tire gauges to reporters to keep milking this thing. So we think that Senator McCain decided to give up this ghost last night, or that he had forgotten what he was supposed to believe, or is this another case where the candidate does not speak for the campaign?
Well, could be that third thing. Could be, you know, we were here. I was here that night when we discovered that the candidate indeed does not speak for the campaign. You know, one likes to think that John McCain, you know, woke up and said, you know, what are we doing? We're talking about tire inflation. This is silly. I should end this, and we should have a noble campaign. I think more likely, either he realized or somebody told him that a really dumb thing to do in the campaign is try to convince Americans about something about their car that's utterly false. You know, like saying, you know, never change your oil. Whatever you do, never change the oil. I mean, you know, no one would buy that. And this idea that you're going to campaign on a platform of don't inflate your tires is absurd, and there's no way you're going to gain ground with that.
We're fighting the logical fallacy here again. A happens, then B happens. That does not mean A caused B. But Obama did say that it's like these guys take pride in being ignorant. Do we think that McCain heard about this, or that's where he went, could have had a correct answer here? Could that possibly have influenced how this changed suddenly?
Well, I do think that Obama's counterpunching on this issue, if you want to call it an issue, there's really no two sides to it, but his counterpunching was effective, I think. And, you know, it seemed clear to me that after the initial titter of amusement over the tire gauges, it seemed to me to start working against McCain. It just seemed trivial and wrong and just a bad, you know, kind of detour for the bus to be on at this juncture. And
do not back up. There's tire damage. That's my version of what you started us off with. Talk about the counterpunches, though. The new lines that they came out with here. McCain should be debating himself, and those bumper stickers, Exxon McCain, the attempt to tie McCain to big oil any way you turn. Do those counterpunches look like, never mind counterpunches, but perhaps themes for the rest of the campaign? Are they keepers?
Well, you know, I think you can't say that either of those was some sort of knockout punch, but from the Obama campaign's point of view, you know, it seems that maybe he's got some traction now in trying to turn it around and make the campaign about John McCain to the extent that it ought to be. And, you know, it ought to be about both of them, but so far it's been about Obama. I think this helps make it more about John McCain.
Yeah, and if we're wondering about the talking points on this being a referendum on Obama, we just saw Billow just went to that. He said this is a yes or no vote on Obama. So there you go. There's the opposition meme come into it already. Gene Robinson of the Washington Post. Great thanks for your time tonight, Gene.
Great to be here, Keith.